All right, man, we're back. We're back. Today we're gonna be doing Toronto Mount Rushmore, as you can see from the title. I just be forgetting sometimes. I feel like I took a while to make this video because there's just a lot of niggas you could put on this list. Honestly, bro, like it's not like it's not like we don't have an abundance of artists to put on this list. It's just putting the right ones there, and like you can't have everybody for the same reason. I don't think that makes a good Mount Rushmore. I feel like everybody's that's on this list or on my Mount Rushmore is just contributed in a different way to Toronto rap. Honestly, like I hope people comment if you feel differently. I don't care like if you feel like I put certain people on the list. Like I want to hear everybody's response, honestly. So if you watch this vid and you disagree with me or you agree with me, obviously leave a comment, subscribe if you like the video, and like it as well. That definitely always helps. So as you can see, the first person on this list is actually Pressa. And I don't think like anybody that has a Toronto Mount Rushmore list could leave Pressa off. Like if we're just, and I'll explain why in a second, but it's just there's not too many artists with his longevity. Like so it's just to see like to say Toronto rap or Toronto underground rap and leave Pressa off is like kind of mind boggling to me. He's like the only shoe-in on this list. Everyone else, I feel like there could be an argument made for them to not to be on this list, or for someone else to replace them. But Pressa, no go still. But yeah, like I said, I'll start off with longevity because he's been here since like kind of the beginning of that wave that started way back in like I want to say like 2014, 2015. Excuse me. With like Smoke Dogg and all them, like he's been around for a while. And even if like he wasn't here before certain guys, like he's outlasted a lot of them. So for him to start off then and then for him to be here now says a lot about him, honestly. But he's definitely the most famous underground artist we've ever had. Like let's just start off there. You can't name 5 underground artists that are bigger than him, or even contend with like just like off of who he is and like what he's done and how long he's been around. Like you can't tell me there's another face of underground Toronto rap. It just wouldn't make sense to me. I feel like a lot of the reason why he's on this list is because of the barriers he's had to go through and like the adversity that he's had to overcome, honestly. So whether that be in his personal life or when he tried to go on tour in Europe and the cops were blocking his shows, making it difficult for him to expand his brand and grow. Like there's definitely been a hindrance on his career due to the Toronto police. Obviously, like people would say, "Oh, he did this or he did that to deserve it," bro. I'm not here for all that. At the end of the day, like his music career is something completely different. When artists are trying to grow, shows are important. Trying to go on tour is important. Performing in your own city is definitely important. But he's been blocked from doing all that because of who he is or because who he's been associated with. Whether that be the case now, I don't know. But he's had to break down a lot of walls for us. Like even like he's the most successful underground artist, and one of the reasons for that is because he transitioned to the States very well. Whether people expected him to break into the mainstream world of music and want to argue that's cool. I'm arguing underground. He's literally done everything he's had to do to maintain his level of success, and he's exceeded a lot of people's expectations. If you ask people where Pressa would be 10 years ago, they probably wouldn't say where he is now. His catalog is ridiculous. He's had hits from like the time he broke out onto the music scene to now. He's still making great music now. It's just depending on what type of music you like. Obviously, not everyone's going to be a fan of him, but to say that he doesn't have a hit, and I don't think I need these right now. To say he doesn't have a hit would be like kind of silly. You just don't like his music. That's realistically what it is. But you really got to understand who he is and what he's done. Like there's layers and levels to this. Like for him to even get the features that he's gotten, you have to be well respected. You could pay niggas money and you could want to do X, Y, and Z to try and get a feature, and you could be that good or whatever, and niggas will still look you in your face and say no, or like just tell you yes to your face and then blow you off when you hit to get it cleared or whatnot. Niggas, you got to be well respected, and Press is clearly well respected. 50's nigga, I forget his name, but he every time he speaks to Pressa and Bundog and all those guys, bro, he speaks highly of them. That's not an easy thing to do as a rapper coming out of Canada. Like, there's only so many of them that have broken out into the mainstream market. So for him to be an underground artist and get the respect he does and get shown the love he does and to be received the way he is when he goes out there, you know you got to be someone special. But yeah, back to his feature list. Like, I'll pull it up real quick. If we pull up his feature list, and like, this is, I know this is probably not all of them, but like, this is just, I'm just going off of YouTube today. You see a lot of artists that are well-known underground artists, or it could be mainstream artists in the States. So you have like Sleepy Hollow, you have Chef G, or you have Sleepy Hollow and Chef G, yeah. And then you have Jackboy, Taliban Glizzy, you have D-Block Europe, you have Jackboy, Coil Ray. Who else do you have? You have Roddy Rebel, you have Sway Lee. Like, bro, like, for niggas, Charlie B fucks with him. I feel like there's a few more. Friday and Tusi as well, yeah. Bro, to have that many features, or to be that well received, or like niggas to fuck with you, like, you can't give me two other niggas that have this feature list in the city. As an underground artist, you can't. That's work. Like, niggas put in work, but he's also showing that it's possible to get it while being an underground artist. You just got to work for it. You just got to be, maybe it's the right place, right time type of thing. Maybe it's just networking with the right people, but put yourself in a position to get those features and you'll get them. Unless a nigga's mainstream, you can't show me a nigga with this feature list. Like, you got to respect it. That and his catalog, like, he has hits on hits on hits. Like, whether you choose to accept it or not, he has the biggest hit in Toronto history. In the Toronto underground history, like Canada Goose. And yeah, like Tory Lanez is mainstream and did it. Bro, he's an underground artist and he has the biggest hit in underground history. K Money's Come Outside. It gets close in numbers, which is impressive as well without the feature, but it's still not there. Like, you gotta respect everything he's done. Like, brick by brick, he's built a foundation that can't be fucked with. Not to mention BFR, like, the amount of people that he's brought up through BFR, amount of just his niggas that he's put on. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I know niggas be sometimes, but you gotta understand, if he's the bigger artist and you have a label and you're using that platform to put other artists out there, like, we wouldn't know who a lot of niggas are without Pressa. And there's a lot of niggas that wanted to sound like Pressa back in the day. And I know Toronto rap has changed, or the underground scene has changed a lot since then, but you still can't deny the fact that he's probably the most impactful rapper we've seen in the underground scene. And that's like, you could argue it, but there's not too many other niggas I think you could argue it with. And the niggas I think you can argue it with, like, are on this list. Like, you can't tell me he's not that guy for us. And niggas should be proud of everything he's done, because when he goes down there, it's not like he's not representing us. He represents us very well. Like I said, he's well received. He's definitely a pioneer of Toronto rap, like I said, because he's been here since the beginning, damn near. Like, you can't name too many niggas that started out back then and are still here. And if you can, they're probably not on the same level he's on. And that's just keeping it a bean. No, I think he still has the highest... I think he still has the biggest brand for an underground rapper in the city. And he's done nothing but build upon it. And, like, it's not like he's just out here pulling off antics and bullshit. Niggas selling music. Like, if I pull this up real quick, as you can see, I was searching to see if he was on tour. Thank you. Bro, like, I might check every artist. Bro, he has over 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Like, Attachments, Canada Goose, again, Attachments. Like, bro, that nigga's undeniable. Like, this is impressive. If you could show me a few underground artists in the city with those amount of numbers, like, for a rapper especially, like, please show me. Like this again, this is just the Toronto Underground Mount Rushmore. Yeah, tours, bro. This nigga's been on tour with Drake's. He's been on his own tour, I'm pretty sure, within Canada. But like, I think he went on another tour in the States. I might be wrong, but to be able to tour multiple times speaks a lot. Building a touring history speaks a lot, and the fact that like obviously he had like the other shit like I mentioned earlier on the video, and he is where he is now, where he can just go freely and just perform and just do what he wants to do, is a very impressive thing. Like he's climbed mountains for niggas that niggas didn't even know were there, and he's had to face so much adversity and face things that we wouldn't know even existed if he wasn't there to knock them down for us. So a lot of artists should definitely should be thankful towards him, honestly. But I think that should be it for Pressa.